back. I'm so excited to share a little update with you guys and just tell you all how we're doing since having baby OAKLYNN and just share some exciting news with you guys. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, and I actually have tried to film it before, but I feel like it was just too long and rambly and everything else. So I'm gonna give it another shot and see how it goes. I also asked for some questions on my Instagram to see if you guys had any questions for us. So I'll try to answer a couple of those if they kind of fit into what I'm talking about today. So basically, I will say right off the bat, we're doing great. We're just adjusting well as a family of 5 now. And if you're new, my name is Lynette. I live in Sarasota, Florida with my family. Nick is my husband, and we have 2 boys, Caden and Jackson. They are 5 and 6, and we have a newest little addition. Her name is OAKLYNN Ray, and she joined our family on January 13th of this year. So we're definitely loving her. We're adjusting very well. In any case, I wanted to share how I'm doing, how she's doing, that sort of thing. But before I get into that, I also wanted to share some really exciting news, and I've shared it on my Instagram as well, but I've talked about it here on YouTube that my husband had been working on getting his real estate license, and I am so proud of him. He is officially a Florida realtor. So we couldn't be happier. I couldn't be prouder of him. He's worked on this for a long time now. He's been dreaming of doing it for a long time. He is very much a people person. He loves to be around people. I feel like this is going to be a really good fit for him. Obviously, he's got a hard road to hoe ahead of him, but we're excited to see what the future holds and everything. I have high hopes for him, and I think he'll do well. So he is getting ready to go into this full time. I know it can take a while to grow that, but he just quit his regular job that he had been working at for the last, I don't know, half year or so, and he's going to be pursuing the real estate thing as well as helping me out a little bit with my YouTube stuff, whether that means helping me film or doing school runs or just helping out with the baby. We're not sure yet. We're trying to figure out a whole new routine and everything, but we're really excited about it. It's definitely a different step for us. It's something new. He's always been employed for someone else. It's something that we have dreamed about, and we're just gonna see where it takes us. Yeah, see what God has for us. So if you're needing a real estate agent, definitely let us know, and he would love to help you out. All right, getting into how we're doing since having OAKLYNN. Honestly, I feel like we're doing really well. This time around has been a lot easier than the other 2 times, I would say. The first time around, you know how it is if you're a new mom. Everything is really new and you don't really know what to expect, and it's just, there's a lot of adjustments. And then we had Jackson 15 months later, so we had the 2 boys 15 months apart, and I felt like I had 2 babies essentially for a couple years, and I wouldn't trade it. They're best friends. They can, you know, fight as well, but and drive mom crazy sometimes. But in any case, I've had a long break, and I'm 30 years old, and I do feel like I've matured some since then, and I think that has definitely helped me this time around. There is something special about a little girl. I feel like she's got us wrapped around her finger already, and the boys love her. It took them a little bit longer to maybe warm up to her. Just it's something new for them, but I do feel like they've adjusted well and they love her, and yeah, they're definitely getting more and more involved. As far as just postpartum, I feel like I've had a really speedy recovery. Like, I felt good very early on. I did try to take it easy, of course, you're supposed to. But I do feel like I was taken care of very well. We have family around. They're here for the winter. They're not staying here at our house, but you know, they're here locally and stuff. So that definitely has been a big blessing. And also just, we've had meals been brought in. The church family, they brought in, you know, I don't know, close to, what was it, a week and a half worth of meals, just, you know, every other night. So that helped out majorly, and also had a couple friends bring in meals. So I'm just now starting to kind of think about having to cook a little bit more. So that's been really nice. As far as how OAKLYNN is doing, she's doing really well. The first 2 weeks she was super chill, just slept a lot and was very mellow and just, I don't know, just a very good baby. She slept pretty good during the night. I'd say even now it's about the same. I mean, she wakes up every 3-ish hours, so sometimes it's only like twice a night. She has some times where she'll be awake for a while. I really can't complain. She's been doing really well as far as the sleeping goes. Now, just recently she's started kind of fighting sleep a little bit, especially like last night. I was trying to put her to bed and she just really wouldn't settle down. I think it was maybe 7:30 to 10 o'clock before she settled down. She wasn't really that fussy. I mean, she had her fussy moments, but she has this thing of she'll like fall asleep for maybe a couple minutes and then wake back up again. And so I don't know. I'm trying to figure all that out. I'm trying to get into a little bit more of a routine with her and everything, although it's a little hard at this stage, honestly. But I do feel like I want to try and get into a little bit more of a scheduled routine here in the next couple weeks and see if I can kind of, you know, figure things out and kind of have a little system for us. But yeah, so she's definitely, the last week, she's definitely kind of been even more alert and a little bit more fussy. But I do know that this is normal and it's not something that I'm concerned about, really. I mean, I feel like I have so much more patience this time around too. I don't know, it doesn't really stress me out as much. I don't know what the difference is. Is it because I'm older? I just feel like I'm enjoying her a lot, and I'm enjoying the newborn stage a lot more than I did with the boys. I just realized that time is fleeting. Children are such a gift, and it's been such a big blessing. She's been such a blessing to us. I'm excited just to have a daughter, and I'm not outnumbered anymore, you guys. And I did get the question as far as if I have postpartum depression, anxiety, blues, whatever you want to call it, if I deal with that and how I deal with that. I don't usually get hit too badly. I do feel like my pregnancy was harder this time than the other times. Just even like emotionally and everything, it was harder. I did notice last week there was a day where I felt a lot more weepy and just a little bit more exhausted and tired, and just I kind of felt like if I don't do something, it's just gonna get worse. And so for me, I knew I needed to get out of the house and just get a change of scenery. I don't mind being at home, but too much at home it starts getting to me. I like doing things. I like being out and about and, you know, that sort of thing. So my advice for you, if you are struggling with something, or if you're gonna have a baby and you aren't really sure how it's gonna go, just be prepared and talk about it. Don't like keep it inside. I talked to Nick about it. It wasn't bad at all, like just how I was feeling, but it was like enough for me to say, okay, I need to go outside. I need to go on a little walk. I need to clear my head and just kind of cry and pray about it and everything. And that just kind of, I realized that, you know what, I need to just get out of the house. And so I did. And I talked to Nick about it, talked to Kara about it a little bit. She was here at the time and stuff. So it's important to talk about it. Don't stuff it inside. Don't think that this is just you. This is normal. This is things that moms go through, especially after having a baby. It's not all easy, and some people have it a lot harder, and I really feel for you guys, and I'm sorry that it's hard, but I know that you can get through it. I just make sure you talk about it. Do not just keep it to yourself. So that is my biggest advice. And I did. The next day I took Oaklyn over to my mom and my sister for a couple hours, and I just actually ended up going to Panera Bread, and I did some editing and just relaxed there a little bit. It was just, it got me out of the house, got me out of my normal thing, and just, it gave me a change of scenery. So if whatever it is that you know, it makes you feel refreshed, do it. Whether that's a nap, whether it's a bath, maybe it's a walk, whatever it is, try to do it if at all possible. I know that some people don't have the luxury of having, you know, extra family around or whatever. So maybe you have, you know, your husband or your friend or someone else that you can ask to just help you out and just watch the baby for a couple hours while you just have a little break. That's very important. Take care of yourself. Let people help you. That can be hard. I'm stubborn. I don't really like asking for help very much. I'm learning to do that a little bit more, but communication is key, I feel like, and it's especially important when you're married to just be open about it. And I did get the question, how has it changed your relationship having kids? And I feel like it's easier this time around. Obviously, we've been married 8 years, but children bring a big change in marriage, so just be prepared for that. But I know that it's really hard to make time for your spouse, especially when you're in the trenches of raising children and having a newborn. You're tired, like you just don't have much left to give, and there's room for that, but just be mindful that, and I'm still talking to myself because I know that I fail in this area of just being able to give to my husband as well, because obviously that is super important. If you're not strong as a couple, your family is gonna suffer for it as well. So take care of yourself, take care of your marriage, take care of your babies, and just give yourself grace, and I think you'll be okay. The other thing is that I'm just, this time around, I'm more sure of myself. I don't know if that makes sense. I am okay with the decisions that I'm making for my family or for OAKLYNN and and I know what works for me, and I know that some decisions we make are not going to be what other people would do. I definitely feel like this time around I don't have as much of the mom guilt that is very common as moms. It's easy to compare yourself or feel guilty or whatnot because of how other moms are doing it, or maybe you get criticism, and it's just, it's not okay. I feel like every family should do what's best for them. Every mom should do what's best for her as well as her baby, and every situation is going to be different. So this time around, I've just really been enjoying her, and I've been enjoying the newborn stage, and I'm just really thankful for it. Because in the past, it's definitely been harder for me. The newborn stage has always been a little harder for me, and I feel like this time around it's a little different, and I'm grateful for that. I'm gonna see if I can answer a couple of the questions. If I look a little different, I had to change my battery. I'm gonna try and answer some questions that I got on Instagram. Any more babies? I don't know. It's something we're not going to decide right away. We're not making the decision right now. We feel kind of complete as a family of 5, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to make that decision right now. We might be, you know, wanting another one. I don't know. So either way, I'm not sure yet. How is adjusting to 3 kids? I got that question a couple times. It's been really a lot easier than I would say 1 to 2 was for us, and yet I feel like maybe I haven't given it enough time. It barely feels like a family of 5 yet, if that makes sense. Like, it's only 3 weeks. So far it's been really easy as far as just the whole navigation of everything, but I also feel like our routine and our schedule is changing a little bit, just even with our family dynamic, with Nick being home more. And I had my dad, he was driving like the boys to school in the morning, and my mom and Kara were picking up Jackson a lot, and so I had a lot of help already in the first couple weeks. So I feel like it's definitely been easier, and so I don't know, it's definitely been easier this time around, but it could also be due to the fact that, you know, my boys are a little older and they go to school some, and you know, that stuff can make a difference. So it might be different for other people. Is Nick working full-time as a realtor now? If so, what company does he work for? Well, yes, he will be doing that full-time. He's working for or under Keller Williams. Tips on being entrepreneurs but still having time for family and fun things. I don't feel like I'm quite qualified to answer that question yet. Maybe in the future, once we're officially like self-employed for like both of us. I mean, I've obviously been doing YouTube for a while, but Nick has always been employed somewhere else. So this is definitely a new step for us. So I don't know if I can answer that question just yet. Maybe you need to ask someone who's been doing that for a long time. Do you find it really difficult to get alone time, just you and Nick? Which that kind of goes into what I was saying earlier. Yeah, it can be hard, especially, you know, when you have multiple children. It's harder to find time alone. And we've never done really well at doing organized like routine dates and stuff. I would like to. I would like to go on a regular date night or whatever, but it hasn't really been a good option up until this point. But I think it's important, and it definitely can be hard, yes. But I do feel like with him being around a little bit more, that'll also change things up a little. But then again, it's probably important to have a date night where you don't necessarily just talk about work related things or the day-to-day. So yeah. Where do you buy such cute clothes for your baby girl? A lot of them were gifts, you guys, and thank you. If you've given me gifts or bought me things and just blessed our family in some way, I really want to thank you, and I'm super grateful and appreciative of this. I know that I haven't gotten back to everyone, and I'm sorry. It's kind of hard to always make sure you're getting a hold of the right person or remembering to get all the thank yous out, you know, from your registry and everything. So if I've missed you, I'm really sorry, and just know that we're very grateful for it. No question, just wanted to say how beautiful Oakland is, and congratulations. Well, thank you. Let's see, what else? Find coffee keeps your baby awake. And this would go in response to the are you breastfeeding your daughter? And actually, I am not breastfeeding, so the coffee doesn't really affect it necessarily. So, and I was talking about her sleeping thing on Instagram, so that might be why the question came up. So, can I come hold the baby? You may. I think this girl is from, if I'm not mistaken, Colorado. So if you come all the way from Colorado, I'll let you hold her. Oh, and one last question. Did your friends like their house that you did for them? And this is the house that I just put up a couple videos of the house that we were working on for our friends. And yes, I do think they liked the house. We weren't there when they got there. It was Christmas Eve when they arrived and everything, so we weren't even there. But no, I know they loved it, and I'm grateful we had the chance to work on it and everything. And y'all were super kind with all your comments, and I feel like a lot of them are way more than what I'm actually, you know, comparing me to Chip and Joanna Gaines. I'm like, oh boy. Now I feel like I've got a long way to go, but it's very kind of you guys to say that, and I definitely appreciate the compliment. But yeah, she's an inspiration to me, and I wish I could, you know, have like a sit down session and just gain all her tips and tricks that she has up her sleeve and just pick her brain a little bit. That would be awesome. So I think I'm gonna end with that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm still gonna continue to try and put up Tuesday and Friday videos at this point. There may be occasionally an extra one in there, or I might miss a day, but I'll try to keep you guys posted. Also, check my community tab here on YouTube for updates and things. Sometimes I'll like tell you, you know, when videos are going up, or you can follow me on Instagram. I am on there pretty frequently. So, all right, that's it. Thank you guys. I will see you in my next one. Bye.